Today, we're tackling a massive topic for any big company out there, artificial intelligence. But we're not going to get lost in the weeds of the tech itself. No, we're going to dive into a strategic, human-first approach to actually make AI work at scale. Let's get into it.
This is the question that's probably keeping a lot of leaders up at night. You see all this potential, you hear the constant buzz, but actually rolling out AI across a company with thousands of people? Wow, it has proven to be an enormous challenge. So what is really going on?
And here's the thing, this quote really gets to the heart of it. The single biggest mistake companies make is treating AI like it's just another IT project. The real solution, and what we're digging into today, is realizing that this is a human process. It's driven by strategy, by creativity, not just by code.
So what is the actual challenge? For a large enterprise, it's not just about getting a chatbot to write a clever email. It's about getting real, scalable value and moving way beyond the basics of just talking to a machine. The real struggle is getting past these little individual wins. Sure, one employee might get a personal productivity boost, and that's great. But how do you connect all those individual efforts into something bigger, a real company-wide ecosystem? How do you go from just using AI like a glorified search engine to having it be a true strategic partner that actually understands your business? Answering that is the billion-dollar question.
To solve this, you need a fundamental shift in perspective. And the core idea is this: you're not just implementing a new tool, you're onboarding a new teammate. Think about that for a second.
Just look at the difference here. The old way treats AI like any other piece of software. It's a top-down IT project. But the new way? It reframes AI as a collaborator, a coworker. Suddenly, it's not a technical problem to be solved. It's a human opportunity to be seized, and it's driven by the employees themselves. It's a shift from using a tool to working with a partner.
And look, a change this big, it absolutely has to start at the top. Leaders can't just mandate this in a memo. They have to walk the walk. That means using AI themselves, talking openly and honestly about all the changes, and yes, that includes the very real fears about jobs, and constantly framing this as a way to empower their people, not to replace them.
All right, so you've made that mental shift. Now what? What's the first practical thing you actually do? You create what the source material calls an AI manifesto. And a great way to think about this is like a constitution for how your company is going to navigate this new world.
So this manifesto of yours, it needs to do 4 key things. First off, be crystal clear about where you stand as a company. Second, you have to make it safe for people to experiment, to try things, and even to fail. Third, be realistic about the outcomes. AI is not a magic wand. And finally, and this one is huge, be totally upfront about the risks. That transparency is how you build trust. And without trust, this whole thing falls apart.
Okay, you've got your constitution written. Now it's time to roll up our sleeves and talk about implementation. But, and this is a big but, this is not a flip-the-switch kind of deal. Success here depends entirely on a careful, strategic rollout. Before you do anything else, you have to remember this golden rule. Avoid the shiny object syndrome. It is so easy to get distracted by all the cool AI toys and little gimmicks out there. A strategic approach means you have to resist that temptation and stay focused on what really moves the needle for the business.
And what moves the needle are high-value use cases. Don't start by asking, hey, how can we use AI? No. Start by asking, what is our biggest business problem right now? Whether that's improving your margins or just keeping your customers happy, you have to tie every single AI initiative to a real, measurable outcome. That's how you get buy-in and prove this whole thing is worth it.
So, what does this phased rollout actually look like on the ground? Well, step 1, decentralize it. Let people from all over the company experiment, not just the folks in IT. Step 2, run small, focused pilots so you can test things out and learn fast. And step 3, go for the quick wins. Target areas like marketing, sales, and customer service, where language is everything. That's where today's AI can deliver some impressive results fast.
So we've talked strategy, we've talked implementation, but all of it points to one single critical element. You can have the best strategy and the coolest technology in the world, but none of it matters if you don't put your people first.
At the end of the day, the technology is the easy part. The real work, the true heavy lifting in all of this, is getting humans on board. It's helping your team navigate this incredible change and empowering them to really embrace what's coming.
So how do you do that? Well, don't just bolt AI onto your old processes. That's a recipe for disaster. Instead, you empower your employees to completely redesign their workflows with AI right at the core. You provide serious training and coaching for everybody. And critically, you make sure there are actual real humans they can turn to for advice and support along the way.
And if you can only do one thing, if you only take one piece of advice away from this, let it be this. Train your frontline managers. They're the ones on the ground who will reduce friction, who will translate the big strategy into daily action. They are the ones who will ultimately make or break your entire AI transformation. They are the absolute key.
So, we'll leave you with this thought. For the last century, we've been learning how to manage people. But now we are facing a future where our most impactful new teammate might not be human at all. The real question is, are you ready to lead in that new reality?